Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives with a video about the benefits and advantages of a double-edged karambit as opposed to a single-edged karambit. Now this karambit you see here is the SCH112, right? A Schrade production karambit. This is one of the first double-edged karambits that's both widely available and affordable. There you see it with one of the classic single-edged karambits, the Cold Steel Tiger. Okay, but this is not a review. Stay tuned for the review in the future in which I will talk about the steel, the handle, and the sheath. But before we do that, I wanted to demonstrate why you would want that sharpened back edge on your karambit. You know, basically a double edge allows for more direct and more rapid combinations of strikes. And the only real disadvantage, aside from that it's not legal in some areas, is that you have a slightly greater chance of accidentally slicing yourself with a second edge. Okay, and I'm going to demonstrate some two-move combinations with both a single and the double-edged karambit, and I'm going to narrate it and explain the advantages. Okay, coming up, one of the most simple possible combinations you could ever do with a karambit. You see, you're striking with the forward edge, and then you're coming back the same way and striking with the back edge. Alright, the first strike just hooks right around, and the follow-up, the secondary strike, just comes back on the same trajectory with a slice. The first strike, because it's leading with the tip of the karambit, it's ripping and tearing like a sickle. Right, and then it's channeling the material into the inner curve. The second strike is slicing, right, because now it's a trailing point. It's like striking with a scimitar or a Persian blade. So the sharpened back edge allows for a really direct and quick second strike. Now here you see the same combination using a single-edged karambit. And as you can see, for that second strike, you have to turn the karambit to reorient the edge towards the target. So you see how doing it with a single edge is it's more complicated. It might be hard to see from this angle, okay, but I'm going to show it from a different angle and you'll see. With a single edge karambit, the first strike, it's going to come right around. You know, it's just going to hook around. Then you have to turn it to reorient the edge. Right, so every time you want to do that second strike, you're having to turn the karambit over, whereas with a double edge, it's much more simple. That's the Schrade again. You're just going back and forth. Now, there might be a step forward in between if they step back, but see how much more simple that is. And it's the exact same deal with other basic combinations, such as this upward slash and then a downward slice. You see that, you're just going directly up and directly down. And again, in real life, you might step forward because if the first strike misses, it's because they probably stepped out of range. Okay, but that's easy with a double edge. Now this exact same combination with a single edge is a lot more complicated. Okay, as you will see, I'm going to demonstrate this with an M-Tech karambit. Okay, that's a single-edged karambit, so the first strike is the same, you're just slashing upward, but because you have to reorient the edge, you're having to turn the karambit over for the second strike, and just because of the way an arm is put together, you can't go directly down, so you're coming down at a 45-degree angle. And again, just in case that isn't clear, I'll show from another angle. You're going up, then you have to turn it over and come back down to keep that edge at your target. With the double edge, look how much more simple it is, just straight up and down. Super easy and simple. And that is the single edge again, both combinations at once. You see how complicated that is. And now compare it to the double edge. That's both combinations at once. It's a lot simpler. I hope that clarifies things. So in conclusion, that sharpened back edge allows for faster and more direct combinations, often with better leverage because you're not turning your elbow or your wrist over in an odd position to keep the edge oriented. You got two edges for that. Okay, YouTube, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my full review where I talk about the sheath, the steel, the pricing, and so forth. Special thanks to Schrade for bringing this to market. And I hope this has unraveled some of the mysteries of the double-edged karambit. You know, I didn't want to take 5 minutes in the review to go over this, but it needed to be done. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.